they said that the secret or how they learn not to be nervous is they don't have expectations anymore.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a one.
Today is an exciting day because there is a festival in the city near us, Pohang, and it's a beach festival. There is some good food, some good music, and the theme is retro style, like the 80s, 90s vibes. So I have to get ready for a transformation. I looked for some inspiration about like 80s makeup and hair. I'm just gonna try to recreate that, and it has to be, I'm gonna push it a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little bit tacky, a little bit like on your face. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. I hope you have been doing okay and that you have been protecting yourself from this heat. This week has been really, really hot. So hot that many storms broke. Like it would just be thunder and lightning and a lot of rain because it's so hot. So please be careful, wear a lot of sunscreen and keep yourself hydrated. Me, I have been doing really well. This week has been very busy. First of all, if you're into spirituality and astrology, this week has been interesting because there was the 888, so the Lion Gates portal day was last Thursday, and I spent that day, I set the intentions of what I want to manifest, because the 888 is such a great number for manifesting abundance and wealth. I meditated for almost an hour, and I started thinking of what I can do more with my life. And I have been thinking for a while now about starting some creative projects with my art. I am talking with ChatGPT a lot. Once I set the plan and know exactly what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna definitely put a video about it and share it with you. What's good about makeup is that you not being precise is fine, because the point is to have fun with it, really. I never put on false lashes. The only time I put false lashes on was during my wedding. I feel like I'm gonna damage them. Let's do this. Okay, it's supposed to be like this, no? Okay, so how do people do this? I don't know what to do. Maybe forget about the lashes then. I'm not made for those lashes. Oh, and there is a singing competition on this festival, and Gil participated in the auditions and he passed, so he's gonna be on stage today. Look at me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the outfit. This is the only thing I have that is a little bit close. Close, and it's closed. I told you, the 888 portal. It's a magical time. Honestly, Gil looks so much cooler than me because he's gonna be on stage today, and he dressed exactly like the singer, which is a legendary icon here in Korea. He dressed exactly like him with the glasses and everything. He looks so cool. I'm ready. We arrived at the beach where the festival is held. The problem is we are the only ones wearing a retro style. Like everyone is in normal clothes. So yesterday when Gil came to do the casting, he said that a lot of people were wearing this style, and that that's the theme and everything. And I believed him, and I came like this with my makeup. But nobody's like this. Nobody's wearing those clothes. I don't care. And you should see. You should see what Gil is wearing.
아, 내가 우리 할 때마다
Is it that sweet? I guess so. So Gil and our friend just left to go wait in line for their turn. They don't feel nervous at all. Like they didn't feel any nervousness. And I asked them like, how are you not nervous? Because even if I want to film for YouTube, I am nervous, you know? They said that the secret or how they learn not to be nervous is they don't have expectations anymore. They just do it for the fun of it. They don't care if they win, they don't care if they pass. It's just their passion and they want to just have fun with it. And also, they learned how to let go. Letting go of everything they learned about singing and just doing it. And this concept to me is so hard to apply because I am so used to be in control. I try to control everything all the time. Like even before I sleep, I think about the next day, when to wake up, what to do when I wake up, and everything has to go to plan. And I think it bothers me a lot when things don't go to plan, and that's the source of unhappiness sometimes. You know, those bad days, it's literally this when plans don't go as I thought they would. And I think it's because I have expectations about everything. Even when I upload a video on YouTube or post something, I have those expectations like, oh my gosh, the number of views that I used to should be achieved in order for me to pat myself and be like, oh yeah, you did a good job. And that all comes from the need for validation. And if those numbers are not reached, I feel like it's my fault, like I didn't do well enough, or I just feel uncomfortable. But if I let go, because this is fun for me, doing YouTube is so fun for me. If I just focus on the fun side of it, then it won't matter really, and I will more focus on, you know, just having fun with it. And I think this could be applied to anything in life. If we learn to just have fun with things we do in life and just enjoy the process of doing it, then it's not possible to feel nervous like they feel, or feel unhappy or disappointed by the results. Because anyway, if you do it for the fun of it, you don't really have expectations. And without expectations, there are no disappointments. And I think it's a good lesson I learned from those two guys, really. Seeing them, how calm they are, how happy they are to just sing and perform was so inspiring. So I decided to pick the camera, tell you about it, because I love sharing with you my thoughts, especially if I'm learning something.
해주셨습니다. 고맙습니다. 경도 위치 레트로 페스티벌을 위해서 또 열심히
마지막 소원은 하늘이 끝내 모른 척 져버린데도 불꽃처럼 꺼지지 않는 사랑으로 늘 참아야 했던 그동안은 넌 얼마나 힘이 들어니
감사합니다.
그렇게 돼서 뭔가 이거를 어떤 그림인지.
Ah, penso na história que guardo na memória. São muitos céus azuis, muito blues. Ah, penso na distância que andei quando criança pra poder ir trabalhar. Eu já sei remar contra a maré, mas não venha me pedir pra andar de ré, pois é. Ah, eu cresci no gueto, eu cresci com preto. Não é você que vai.
See, I love art and I love art museums, and especially if it's painting. But there are some artists. I don't want to like offend anybody, but to me they are scammers. How can this be art? Like hang in a museum like it's something crazy. Okay. Wait for it. Come on. You splash the color and you call it a day. Come on. Make more effort than that. Also, there is pretty art and there is this. Some artists I just don't like. Yeah, this started good. Started well, even called it Life Tree. But then, what is this? What is this? It looks like you started a painting, then your kid came and, played on it. Not my style, not my style, not gonna lie, not my style. Gorgeous cloud. Oh my god. I am getting ready for a sprint. I used to be a runner. Before I used to run like very slowly for about 15 to 20 minutes, but now I switched to sprinting. I already knew that HIIT workout, like high intensity interval workout, would be much better than a slower workout, even though longer in time. So, but I hated those like doing HIIT at home, like those HIIT workouts. It wasn't for me. It was very boring and I love to run, so I didn't know how to move on to HIIT. But then I just realized sprinting is a HIIT workout. you know, you run until your heart's gonna explode, and then you just rest, and then you run again. It is a HIIT workout after all. So I tried it, and it was the best transition ever. I feel like most of the weight I lost recently is thanks to sprinting, for sure. Like when I was running, I didn't really lose weight significantly, like maybe a little bit more toned legs, but with sprinting I could see myself lose weight and my face changing. Because like I have a very sensitive shins when I run, I have to wear these sleeves to protect them, but oh boy, they are so hard to put on because they have to be very tight. It's always a gamble whether I'm gonna keep my nails or lose one in the process. Some new places started to hurt after I started sprinting, places I never thought would hurt. And I can't really mention them in this video, but yeah, those places hurt too after sprinting. I guess it uses literally every muscle of my body. It has been very hard but very gratifying, very satisfying, and I'm addicted to that sensation now. So although it's very hard to go and be like, all right, let's go sprinting, I just keep doing it because I love it and hate it at the same time. I really do love running, and I love sprinting even more. All right, I still have my nails. I'm ready. Let's go.
시작했어요. 운동을 다시 시작했어요.
I'm doing this for almost a month now, and it's still very hard because the whole point of this sprinting is that you push yourself, you push your limits every time by running more, running faster, running longer. So it never gets easier. Oh my gosh, but it's so satisfying every time. My basil is growing. Look at it. So cute. Okay, I just took some meat out of the freezer to defreeze, and meanwhile I'm gonna read a little bit because I promised myself I'm gonna take on the habit of reading more this year. Since I stopped college, I really stopped reading because I think I was traumatized by how much reading I did in college, and they were all boring books about economics and finance and management and all that stuff that I really don't like hearing about anymore. I love everything that has to do with empowerment, manifestation, living our best lives. I've been reading books in that genre, and my one that is so, I don't know, it's so touching, it's so heartwarming book that I have been reading is The Power of the Heart. I am on page 110 now, and on this page they are citing Paulo Coelho, and he says, when you're defeated and you suffer, don't pretend that you're spiritually superior. Sit down and cry. Say, oh my God, why did you forsake me? You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to be defeated. Don't try to avoid suffering. This is just cheating yourself. But give it a time frame, let's say 1 week, 1 month, whatever, and then suffer with all your strength. Say, okay, I am going to suffer, I am going to cry, I am not going to eat, I am going to eat a lot, I am going to do this, I am going to do that, I am going to complain, I am going to insult sometimes the divine energy. But then you say to yourself, okay, this is part of life. Don't give up. You leave this situation with a strength that you did not know you had. Don't be coward enough to avoid suffering. Suffer, that's not wrong. And I love that because part of my healing journey has been to embrace the negative side, embrace the negative emotions. Before, I used to hate feeling bad, feeling sad. As I mentioned before in one of my videos, like when I wake up and I feel weird, I'm like, oh, here we go again, another shitty morning. But now if I wake up and feel weird, I'm just like, this is where is this coming from, and try to give myself grace and mercy and empathy, and just sit with myself and feel that feeling, let it there, welcome it, make the feeling feel like it belongs there, it has its part in this world. But if I fight the feeling, it just gets angrier, it just gets bigger. But if I treat it the way I just described, it gets softer because I listen to it, I acknowledge its presence, I said to it, you belong, so it did belong, so it feels less angry in a sense, and it goes away. It doesn't get attached to me because I'm fighting with it. So embracing suffering, embracing negative emotions, and being okay with not being okay has been one of the biggest lessons I learned on my healing journey. And reading this passage, I'm like smiling because I'm like, oh, that's how I used to do. I used to be a coward and avoid suffering, but now if I have to suffer, I just suffer, sit through it, and I just grow stronger, grow better.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your